I was surfing YouTube a little while ago, and I was on a video about controversial parenting hashtag, right? You may have heard of that. Uh, it's where parents sit around and they list a whole bunch of different things, and they say good, bad. They give their views on it, all sorts of different things. Baby wearing, co-sleeping, breast versus bottle, cloth diapers, circumcision. I mean, they do. That's how I stumbled onto these. It's a very the controversial parenting hashtag is an interesting concept, um, which we can talk more about maybe in a later video. But uh, the video I came across was it was part of the sort of part of this controversial parenting thing. But the title of the video was like they listed a couple of the things, and it was like, "Do you swear in front of your children, comma circumcision?" So they were listing things they were going to talk about. But I looked at it for a split second, and some wires got crossed in my brain, and what I read on the screen was, "Do you circumcise in front of your children?" That's an interesting thought, isn't it? You know, and it brought about a cascade of a whole bunch of different ideas. You know, how do how is circumcision dealt with in conversations with younger children? Is it to the extent that it's dealt with at all? And I don't think it is dealt with very much. I mean, I know circumcision was just never brought up in front of me as a child, and I can't imagine it's easily. I can't imagine it's ever brought up by parents. I could see how children could end up bringing it to their parents, and I'm curious. How does that happen? What results from that? How does that play out? Um, and then another interesting thought that came to my head was, what about cases? Um, what about young children, young enough to be young, you know young and cute, and you have to treat them like kitties with the kid gloves, but old enough that they're sentient and they know what's going on. They're perceptive. Maybe from the age of 5 or 6 up to 11, 12, 13, maybe older. I don't know. But when the parents of these children have another child, right? If that child ends up helping change the diaper or something on their newborn brother, or watches the parents or sees the parents changing the diaper, I would assume that they might ask a question, why there's a raw bloody wound and blood oozing all over the diaper, or maybe why your parents are masturbating your brother with Vaseline, or maybe even just why his penis is wrapped up in gauze. It could be any number of different things. Um, how does that play out? There's a there's a video on the Bonobo 3D channel of a girl who uh, saw this on her brother and was horrified. So these cannot all go well. I imagine in both cases, if the parents are confronted, they're going to say, "Oh, there was a minor snip." Oh, they love to use that word, snip, just a snip. Just a little off the top, right? They like to use imagery associated with a haircut. Never mind, it's an amputation, it's not growing back. Or, we just did a little, there was a little surgery. Actually, the girl in the video I'm talking about said that her parents called it a birth defect or a defect, and it just had to be corrected. But it's just interesting to think how that might play out. Um, yes, so do you circumcise in front of your children? Tell me what you think. Bye-bye.